Success, sir. Lord Kavos has foolishly given away his position.
To all who excel in the arts of death, be it known that Lord Kavos, Master of Combat, seeks a lieutenant to serve him. I seek a worthy right hand to carry out my commands across the galaxy, and profit immensely. Those who think themselves suited should present themselves at the coordinates included in this message. Come prepared.
Who did Kavos send this message to?
The message was broadcast freely in many underworld channels and delivered personally to a number of high-profile bounty hunters. The coordinates are on Tatooine, sir. I recommend we move quickly before Kavos can find a suitable lieutenant and move on. For the Republic! Target neutralized, sir. Lord Kavos will threaten the innocent people of the galaxy no longer. As expected, his overconfidence made his defeat all but certain. I simply took my place among the scum, hoping to gain his favor, and struck at the first opportunity.
But that got you a lot closer than you would have otherwise.
Precisely, sir. Lord Kavos decided that a fight to the death would determine his champion. Every man for himself. Once the fighting began, I closed in. I started by grabbing a Nikto thug who was making liberal use of a flamethrower. With pinpoint accuracy, I hurled him toward Kavos, whose robes were instantly ignited.
I wish I could have seen the look on Kavos' face.
I would estimate that he was surprised, sir. Although Kavos was thoroughly distracted, I remained cautious and did not engage him directly. Instead, I targeted a nearby Mandalorian using a jetpack. As soon as his velocity and flight vector were pointed correctly, I opened fire with my cannons, sending him barreling into Kavos and the Nikto. The explosion did the rest.
Was anybody left standing when you were done?
Negative. All surviving applicants were listed as persons of interest to the SIS, so I elected to remain and subdue them all. This was a critical victory. Our comrades are sure to take heart when they hear that a monster like Kavos has been laid low. I'll begin searching for a new target at once. I have excellent news, sir. Given the rigorous nature of Havoc Squad's missions, my power core has seen extensive use, and its capabilities have increased as a result. I now have access to far greater energy reserves, significantly improving the quality of my service to the Republic.
You must be very proud, 4X.
I am, sir. Please, sir, if I may make a request, let's engage in combat as soon as possible. I'm eager to put my new capabilities to the test. Sir, if I may ask, I was wondering about your opinion on Imperial superweapons. Devices that can devastate entire fleets or worlds in a single strike. I find them intriguing.
No one should have weapons that powerful.
That is a popular viewpoint, but I cannot understand it. Surely such devices could see worthwhile use in the defense of freedom. Given these weapons' capabilities, I've been researching Imperial weapon designers to find a worthy target for Havoc Squad. One name stands out above all others: Colonel Rebus, the head of one of the Empire's top weapons research programs.
What have you learned about him, 4X?
I have located no personal information on Colonel Rebus, not even a physical description. Over the past 2 weeks, however, mentions of his name on Imperial comm channels have increased in frequency by 15.2%. This suggests a project nearing completion.
You could take out Rebus and his new invention at the same time.
That is my hope, sir. A truly profound victory for the Republic. The location of Colonel Rebus's research lab is one of the most closely guarded secrets in the Empire. No information is available as yet. As soon as I learn more, I'll inform you right away. Sir, I found information on weapons projects that Colonel Rebus was involved in. Would you like to hear about them?
What's Colonel Rebus been up to?
Most recently, Colonel Rebus was involved in the Gauntlet superweapon that we so skillfully destroyed. He's had a hand in many other projects over the past 18 years. The Blight Matrix, the Galactophage, subjugation droids, even the Plasm resource. Supposedly, he even designed a device that could permanently block hyperlanes, though the project was scrapped due to power limitations.
Do you know anything about Rebus's current project?
We have no details on his current project, other than a few intelligence reports confirming that it's near completion. Once his new project enters the testing phase, we will stand a much better chance of locating Rebus himself. I will report to you as soon as I know more. Our opportunity has arrived, sir. We've received intelligence reports that Colonel Rebus is about to test his latest project. A secret proving ground has been established on Hoth. Security will be extensive, but nothing compared to Rebus's usual protection.
Sounds like you got your opening.
Neutralizing Colonel Rebus will devastate the Empire's weapons programs. Even I cannot calculate the number of lives that this mission could save. By robbing our enemies of their most despicable weapons, we will rob them of victory, ensuring freedom for generations to come. It was a trap, sir. Colonel Rebus was even more devious than I had expected.
You mean it was all a setup?
All of the hints and clues that led me to Rebus were fabricated. It was all a scheme to capture my power core. As soon as I defeated the last of the Imperial security teams and confronted Rebus, he activated a specially built device that overloaded my primary energy controls. I was frozen.
How could Rebus neutralize your power core when he'd never even seen it?
I can't be sure, sir. Perhaps some documentation was made during my time as an unwilling accomplice to the Havoc traitors. As Rebus and his final few guards approached, I discovered that I still had control over a handful of secondary subsystems. By manipulating those systems, I was able to trigger a full emergency shutdown and a rear servo lock, violently propelling me forward just as Rebus came to face me.
You actually escaped by collapsing on the guy?
It was a desperate ploy, but it was successful. As I'd hoped, shutting down my power core caused Rebus's device to shut down as well. All systems were restored within 96 seconds. Rebus's surviving guards were still attempting to lift me off of him at the time, so I dealt with them and carried the colonel back to base. Mission accomplished.
Was Rebus injured when you fell on him?
Yes, but luckily, Republic medical technology is the best in the galaxy. I was assured that he has a non-zero chance of speaking and walking again. With Rebus in custody, the entire galaxy is a safer place. It will be some time before I can locate an even more impressive target. As soon as I do, you'll be the first to know. Sir, I cannot describe how proud I am of Havoc Squad's accomplishments. By all measurable statistics, we've had a real and significant effect on the Republic's success in the war against the Empire. You are an unparalleled leader, a warrior without equal. As long as I continue to function, I will proudly serve at your side.
You're the finest combat droid I've ever known. I'm honored to fight with you.
Thank you very much, sir. Someday soon, the Republic will march to victory atop the burnt husk of the Empire, with Havoc Squad leading the charge.